Feed me chicken.
1 o'clock. Just missed my friggin' train. Clocking out. You're watching Feed Me Chicken.
And there you go. There's a YouTuber top tip. Don't watch me when you're trying to catch a train. However, that is the legend, the man in Japan, Basubi. If you have not seen Basubi's content, then you need to go over there right now. He does pickups with his fantastic sense of humour. It is so dry, it is hilarious. But not only does he do pickups, he walks you around Japan. You can see the beautiful, beautiful scenery that he lives in. He has done trips to the arcades, he has shown you inside the game shops, and he shows you the food that you can eat there. He has his Shih Chronicles. What's the Shih Chronicle? Do you know what? You should go to his channel and check it out. Basubi, thank you so much for your support from my channel. Saying that, let's get on with the main feature. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I'm in the boot of my car. That can only mean one thing.
Bootsale time. Ooh, yeah.
Yes, it's been a while, but since the boot sales have opened up, I've probably been to about 4. So, it's been a while, I've got them stacked up. Let's see what I've got. So, on the weekend that boot sales kind of started back up after the pandemic, I actually went to sell. Now, it was a gorgeous Sunday morning and made quite a bit of money. Loads of people were out, just packed away. I thought, I actually really need a toilet, is the whole reason I went down to the end of the aisle. So I went down to the end of the road and this stall caught my eye. So walked past it, looked at the queue to the toilet, and it was literally governed like police. I mean, it's like 1 in, 1 out, and the queue was just fucking miles. I was like, nope, gonna hold it till I get home, because I'm a big boy. Anyway, walked back to my car, and I couldn't help it. Looked at what had already caught my eye. Now let's start with the small things that didn't cost too much, and we'll go on to my bigger purchase. So, games that I did pick up were Spartan on a PlayStation 2. It's done by Sega. It's complete. And yeah, just looking at the back of this game, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it just looks violent. You look like you're going to run around basically killing a load of people, and I'm assuming that, you end up rising from being captured and enslaved to rising and maybe leading a revolt or whatever. But it looks cool. It's done by Sega. Usually put out pretty good games. Again, I'm going to give it a go. That cost me £1. The next one, another £1 purchase, again on the PlayStation 2. We have Shadow of Rome. Now, done by Capcom. Now, for all of you who've watched my channel before, you will know I picked this one up before, but my version was not complete. This one is. So, I now get to either keep this version if it's an upgrade, or I just steal the manual out of this one and I'll put it into my other one. Again, another violent, cut people up, get to where you need to be. Again, I think you start off fighting for your life, and the story progresses from there. But yes, it's another game that is cheap in price. It's even cheap in good old CEX. However, saw it here, and it completes my one. The last one of the cheap ones. Now, I have bought this game already previously, and that is Guilty Gear. Now, I like my fighting games. The thing with my fighting games is I prefer them on the PlayStation. just because of the controls. I'm not a fan of having this on the Wii, but I've looked to see whether this game is on anything but the Wii, and I haven't successfully found out whether this is just a Wii only game. Haven't seen it on the PlayStation 2, and when I did look through the list of Guilty Gear games, I didn't see this on the PlayStation. So, as with anything, if I am completely wrong, please someone correct me in the comments, because I would prefer this on a PlayStation platform. However, saying that, still looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to play. Now, probably my most expensive purchase to date at a boot sale comes in the form of a PlayStation 4 game. The game in question is Akiba's Beat. Now the problem with this is that usually I walk away from games that are expensive. This cost me £10. Now the reason I didn't walk away from it is because my brain was drawn to this game. I was just drawn to it. There was no other reason for me to stay by this game. Simply I couldn't walk away from it, and I don't really know why. I haven't actually played it yet, but what comes inside is the artwork from Akiba's Beat. We obviously have the game itself, and we have a little cuddly toy. Yes, we do. So yeah, that cost me £10. I mean, the back of the box, again, it's something that just caught my eye, got me interested, and I was drawn in. But again, it's just one of those things. I didn't have the power to walk away. As daft as that sounds, it was like I felt like I needed to buy this game. And essentially it's probably no different from the price of CEX currently, if you're looking at that sort of thing. And the disc, when I looked at it, was mint. There was no scratches on it. So again, probably my most expensive purchase at the boot sale, and it's for me to play. So the day after that Sunday that I did the boot sale was Bank Holiday Monday. I asked Dora, I said, look, got a little bit of money because we made some obviously at the Sunday boot sale. Do you want to go along to the boot sale on Monday and see if there's anything you'd be interested in? She was like, yes, let's go. Well, of course, due to the weather, barely anyone turned out, which is a real shame. Doesn't mean that I didn't get anything. So the first 4 games were, first one we got is Hitman Absolution. I already own Hitman Absolution, however mine was missing the manual. Lo and behold, we have a manual. Get in there. The Hitman series is a very, very good series, I think. As with some of these games, they tend to get worse as they move on through their series. But a series where you can essentially steal someone's attire, become them for a split second to go and achieve something, it's still fun. So again, I needed it. I needed the manual. I've got it. The next one is a game that I genuinely pass up quite regularly. However, there's been a lot of talk recently saying that, you know, if you haven't picked this game up, you're kind of sleeping on it. So the game in question, for £1.50, is Alan Wake on the 360. It's a game that I know very little about, other than, like I said, people tell me, you know, you shouldn't be sleeping on this one. So I do look forward to giving it a go. I don't personally have any expectations for this game. But again, lots more people know more than I do. So I'm going to give it a go. The next game, again, for £1.50. How about that? I said it already. Is a game, again, I know nothing about. The back just, again, looking at it, just looks interesting. I'm saying again and again and again. We're looking at Quantum Theory on the Xbox 360. The game is complete. I know absolutely nothing about it, but if the back makes it look interesting, £1.50 is not going to be a bad expenditure. The last game for £1.50, again on Xbox 360, I went all green spine on this one, is The Rise of the Argonauts. Another one that came complete, which is lovely. That's what you want to see. And once again, it's just a game that, again, sort of reminds me of the PS2 games that I picked up the day before. So, gonna give it a go. Now, the last game cost £4. It's for the Xbox One. And it's sealed. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Super Lucky Tale. Now, this is a game I want to play, so for the first time ever, I am going to attempt to unseal this game. Yes, I am. Live on, well, not live, but for whenever you see this video. Here we go. Way, look at that. Way. Now, when I picked it up and looked at it, it just says Xbox. I didn't really look at anything else. There we go, look at that. Oh, it's unsealed. However, looking at the top, it does say, I don't know if you're going to pick it up, but it says Xbox One X Enhanced. So I'm kind of hoping that means that if you play it on the Xbox One X, it will be the enhanced version, but you can still play it on the Xbox One. If anyone's interested in the inside, there you go, special. Again, it's just one of those, I think it's just a playful platformer. I remember hearing about it when this got released, but I wasn't much into the Xbox One, just because anything past the Switch just doesn't grab my interest. It's probably a conversation for another time, so I'm just peeling it off now. It's probably a conversation for another time, but I just don't feel that the Xbox One or the PS4, what is obviously now the PS5 and the Xbox Series X or Series S or whatever it is now, I just don't feel that although they're pushing the graphics, I don't really feel that they're next generation. But I'm sure it's a conversation for another time. But yes, Super Lucky Tales, all unsealed. Happy days. Right, so on a separate trip to the Bootsale, I came across another reseller stall. He's very well known at this particular Bootsale, and he had a Wii game, which is Need for Speed Nitro. Now, the thing with this one is that because I knew it was a reseller stall, I was kind of hoping they knew their price of what they wanted. Of course, with this one, the person behind the table had to go and check. So immediately for me, that worries me. So I'm like, well, you're going to come back with some stupid price. Now, my dad was with me at the time, and I said to him as the woman was coming back, I said, if this is £3, I'll buy it. Anything above that, I'm leaving it. Well, I bought it, and it was £3, so I had to kind of eat my words and buy it. But yeah, Need for Speed Nitro on the Wii. On a separate stall in the same Bootsale for £1. For £1. Now, the only reason I bought this one is because I've heard good things, and that is Bloodstone 007. Now, I wouldn't usually buy, and I don't usually buy the James Bond games because I don't really think much tops GoldenEye and the N64. But there are a couple of games that people who I watch and listen to say, well, this is a good game. This being one of them. So I look forward to checking it out and seeing if they are right or if they are wrong. So a separate Bootsale from the one that I've been speaking about just now. Walked round the corner and saw basically one of those clearance stalls. And then there was quite a few electrical equipment, and literally this guy just chucked this stuff at me. So for £3, we have this lead. Now, hopefully I can show you. That is the HDMI connector, and that is the composite. So what I was hoping to do with this lead, when I saw it, was essentially try and eliminate the lagging I get when I'm recording the HDMI gaming stuff, gameplay or whatever it is I'm recording from the 360 or the PS3. I tried it once and it didn't work. So I don't actually know if the lead works or not. So I need to give it another go with something else. I'm hoping the lead does work and it just doesn't work with my capture device. But time will tell. In the same bundle with that, for £3, is a fat PS2. Does it work? Yes, it does. Did it come with any wires? No, it didn't. Is there a problem with it? Yes, the disc tray doesn't always shut. However, I bought this because I want to somehow mod a PS2 so that I can play NTSC and Japanese games on. So as you can see, it's not really shut now. The disc tray, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can there. Again, it's a project. I want to give it a go. I want to see if I can do it. There was a third item, again, in the £3 bundle, and that was an Xbox One controller where the left thumbstick is basically fucked. I've already tried to make attempts to fix it. I have ordered the thumbstick on its own, and that has arrived, but as of yet I haven't had time to see whether I am going to be good enough to fix it or not. Only time will tell. Back to the regular boot sale I seem to attend, which is not too far away from me. I actually got quite a few things on my last visit. So from the same stall these two items came from, okay, we have, luckily the covers have dried out pretty nice because they look like they were subjected to some sort of water damage. But the first one is Need for Speed Underground Rivals on the PSP. This was £1. The woman there did try and flog me all of the games that were on her table at the time, but I wasn't interested, so I grabbed that game. And I also picked up Kim Possible on the Nintendo DS. Now this one is more a game I wouldn't usually pick up. As you can see that the water's got to it. There's a bit of mould in there now, so I need to clean that out before it spreads. But I don't usually go for the Kim Possible games or Disney games on the DS. However, I don't know if this is one of those, it looks like a platformer game, and I can't remember whether this is the one. This is one of those ones that you should get and is underrated. But at £1, I'm not losing, am I? So, happy days. For 50p each at this particular stall, the funny thing is, I'd already gone round and looked at these once, and I wasn't really too taken on the titles, nor was I too taken on the condition. I went round again and I said to myself, well, if they're still there at 50p, I will pick them up. So what did I pick up? On the PlayStation 2, we have Dirt Track Devils. It actually plays alright. I quite enjoyed my little spin on this game, so I look forward to putting a bit more time in to see whether the enjoyment I had in the first 5 minutes lasts the entirety of when I play the game. And I thought this game was something else, but it's not. And I'm pretty sure I've actually got rid of this on the Wii before. But anyway, it is Nicktoons, Attack of the Toybots. Now, what did I think it was? Well, I actually thought it was a brawler. I thought it was a 4-player brawler, but it's not. It's actually a more of a platformer, swap between characters type of game. So I'm gonna give it a go. If I don't like it, 50p is not a loss, is it really? And the last one, and this game I urge everyone to steer clear of because it's horrible, is GT Racers. Now, I gave this a go. Now, based on those screenshots, it suggests that you can be in a third-person view of the car. Guess what? You can't. Now, don't get me wrong, it is complete. But it is a horrible game. It won't be lasting. It won't be staying in my collection very long. It will get moved on. You stay in first-person view the whole way, and then the controls just suck. Absolutely suck. But again, it's 50p. It's not much of a loss. Didn't know what the game was about, and now I do. Now what I've done is I've saved the best till last. Now, at I was going to say a regular boot sale to me. These are from the same sellers, but I'm just going to do it as one big bundle. Okay, so mostly the games here are £1 each unless I state otherwise. So what do we get? Mark of Cry is the first game. Cost me £1. It is of course complete. Now, the reason I picked this game up is because I thought I was missing the manual from this one. I'm not. I already have it complete. So this will be being looked to move on to someone or do something with at some point. The next game we have for £1 is Van Helsing. A game that looks very interesting. It looks like it's right up my alley. You know, guns blazing, shooting creatures that you just don't know what they are. So, yeah, why not? And £1, you know, what am I losing complete at £1? Absolutely nothing. The next game is one that everyone is going to notice because I have already shown it as a pickup before. So, if you remember my last pickups video, I went to the charity shop, spent £6 on a game. Well, lo and behold, here it is again, but this time it only cost me £1. So I think if I had just waited, I would have picked this up cheaper than what I've spent in the charity shop. But never mind, it's trade fodder, so should anyone want to do a trade for Scarface, talk to me. Now this game was £1.50. It's not complete. Again, it was one of those ones where my head was like, do not walk away from this game. However, on this occasion, I wish I ignored my head. And it's Fable, The Journey. On the Connect. I haven't played it. It does look interesting, I can't lie. Maybe I should give it a try before I bash it. But yeah, I mean, there's no value in it. Never mind. The next game is a game that I nearly walked away from. And I'm glad I didn't because I noticed the publisher or the guys who made the game. And the game in question is Urban Reign, done by Namco. Now, the good thing is I'm glad I noticed it was from Namco, so I assumed it would be a good game. And it's not too bad from what I played. But I did a little bit of checking on it. I spent £1 on this game. And it's around the £15 mark. So, not a bad purchase, if I do say so myself. Now, the last two, I am very, very happy to be having in my collection. So, the first one means I do need to get a chipped PS1 at some point. But for £1, Thrill Kill. Yes, the unreleased, finished game Thrill Kill. Now, this is a 4-player beat 'em up, and essentially you need to dismember your opponents. Apparently, this actually has no music in it. It just has the noise of people being dismembered. The game itself got reskinned to be Wu-Tang Clan's Taste of Pain, but I've been after that Thrill Kill for a while. Now that I have it, I need to somehow source a chipped PS1, but I'm very, very happy to have it. I tried it in the PS2. It comes up as an audio CD, so there's definitely data on the disc. It does get recognised. So, again, something I need to look at in the future. Speaking of getting things in the future, I now definitely 100% need to get hold of a Nokia N-Gage QD, because for £2, I picked up Ashen. And from what I can tell, complete. And it is a first-person shooter. And if anyone is interested in what this sells for, eBay quotes it anywhere between £25 to £45 game. Only on the N-Gage, I might add. Look at that, only on the N-Gage. But yes, £2, am I leaving it behind? Am I fuck? And to finish off this Bootsale bonanza, there is an in-store or inside stall in which I picked 3 games up. One was £1.50, the other 2 were £1 each. But the first game in question we have is Xcom, Enemy Unknown. Now, it wasn't until recently I found out there's actually a second Xcom game. But £1.50, looks like it's up my alley. Aliens, guns, shooting. What more can I ask for, eh? A game that I'm pretty sure everyone's played, probably but me. But for £1 under 360, I will be playing it. And that's The Darkness. Again, the screenshots on the back make this look cool as you like. So, another game, some more G's to get. It just goes to show that I need to start playing these games. The final game looks like it's been sitting on a shelf there for quite a while. But for £1, I got a game called But Ugly Martians Zoom or Doom. Yes, it's a bog standard racing game, you know, just with obviously the characters from But Ugly Martians. I do remember this being a cartoon back in the day, but I don't remember watching it. I probably didn't think it was any good. So, but at £1, again, is it much of a loss? Nah. And that's it. So from the boot of my car to show you the Bootsale pickups. Hope you enjoyed what I had. Hope you enjoyed what I had to show. And I'll see you next time. Take care.
You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought of this video. Also, let me know how you found me. Below is a link to my Facebook page. It is the only bit of social media I do between YouTube and you guys. This is where you will see photos of the items I have for sale or for trade. I do not do Twitter and I do not do Instagram. Take care.